One day you guys are going to stop making fun of my music. I post everything. I see you. I see you. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Obviously, not great terms that we are meeting today, but terms the least. And at the end of the day, we're alive. Y'all ever have those days, right? You ever have those really bad days here in crypto where your shit's down and you start like getting all motivational? You know what I'm saying? Like you're scrolling on Instagram, hit them with a every day above ground's a good day. But you're fucking crying inside, huh? I'm just joking. Yeah, nah, it's one of those days. It's one of those days. The market's looking pretty damn rough. We've seen some unfortunate things happen so far during this pullback that have definitely gotten me a little concerned, but my general thesis remains mostly the same. So I'm going to go over it today with you guys. We're going to look at this dump. We're going to talk about what's happening. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through everything. And again, remember, guys, at the end of the day, like, I mean this. Like, I genuinely mean this. Not being cliche, not being cringe. I genuinely mean this. The last time that we saw a crypto crash like this happening, or even remotely similar, we saw people do very unfortunate things. And I just have to say it, just so I know I said it. And this shit's worth it. Life is bigger than crypto. There's more out there than this. Life is much bigger than all of this. Just gotta wait it out. Okay. So what's going on? Well, the market's looking rough. Okay, the market is looking rough. We are seeing some ass whippings happening right now. Okay, let's actually go to bubbles, and you can kind of see what that's looking like. Yeah, rough. Now, interestingly enough, like, yeah, it is a red day. But it's not as like bad as I would have expected after seeing Bitcoin fall this much. Like, yeah, you would expect to see the market drop. Like, I was expecting that if Bitcoin dropped like this at some point, that the market was really gonna get smashed. And what I think is that people just don't have much left to sell. Like, I feel like people just don't really have that much of their alts left to sell. That's why they're not selling that much. It is an interesting theory. It is an interesting thing to kind of pay attention to. And it is actually being reflected by Bitcoin dominance. And maybe give me your guys' thoughts as well. What are y'all thinking about this? Because it's definitely interesting. Like, Bitcoin dominance is actually down today, which means Bitcoin is underperforming. The altcoin market is actually outperforming Bitcoin at the grand scheme of things today, which I find super interesting. I find that interesting. Now, it does make sense, right? People have more profits to sell on Bitcoin than they do alts. And at this point, there are probably more people right now who are selling Bitcoin in the green than people who are willing to sell altcoins in the red. But it is very interesting. Now, there's obviously market manipulation that's going to be a factor into this, right? A big portion of why Bitcoin's price is falling is due to the amount of liquidations that there have been in the market here. And again, guys, you guys know we're not I'm not going to go ahead and say we're surprised by what we're seeing right now. What video is that? 1 second. I don't remember where I made this video. Oh, here we go. Crypto's in an obvious trap. Don't fall for it. And what we were talking about in this was just the fact that there were still so many liquidations to the downside. There were billions of dollars in people who could be liquidated if Bitcoin's price came down. And I think what we're seeing right now is those people being smashed. And you usually can see it. You usually can see those liquidation events happen when they look like this. That's exactly what this looks like. Like, even look at this previous one back here when we smashed through that first couple hundred million a couple weeks ago. It's what it looks like. You get these dumps. You get the bait recoveries, then the dump, then the bait recovery, then the dump, then the bait recovery. And you're going to do that over and over again until you really smash through all of those liquidations. Now, the bright side of this is that those liquidations, for the most part, are gone. I mean, there's still like, what, $1 billion left between here and 96K, but there reasonably always is going to be some level of liquidations below us because people are always going to try to catch the falling knife, right? Like, people are always going to try to open up leverage long trades and try to time this bottom perfectly. Some people will and some people won't. And so you're always going to see some liquidations down below us, but in general, I mean, they've been washed. When was the last time that we saw this imbalance? Do you guys remember? I actually don't remember. When was the last time that on the 30-day Bitcoin chart, we saw an imbalance for Bitcoin that was to this extreme, in which Bitcoin's price had so little liquidations to the downside and so many back above us? It must have been, there wasn't that. It must have been like back here. It must have been back in June of 2025. How many months ago was that? July, August, September, October, November. I wonder if there's any way. I wonder if we were talking about it. No, so it must have been whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a huge imbalance right now. Now, if you don't, someone said September. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll go look. So some people, what was I just about to say? Oh yeah, so some of you may not understand why, like what I'm talking about when I say liquidations. Just understand this, okay? People who bet a lot of money that the market's going to go one direction or another oftentimes lose. And right now, when this green line is this high, it means everyone basically is betting that the market's going to go down, and basically no one is betting that the market's going to go up. And historically, in an instance like this is a great opportunity for market manipulators. I mean, there's nearly $20 billion worth of liquidations that will occur back to the top side, which is actually the flip opposite of what we saw before the flash crash. So back whenever Bitcoin's price was up here, we actually saw no liquidations for the most part available to the top side. And we saw around $20 billion worth of liquidations that were available to the bottom side right before we absolutely nuked and entered into the worst liquidation event in crypto history. And so it is interesting to think about the concept that the amount of liquidations that it took to cause the biggest liquidation event in history right here is the same amount of liquidations that are available to the top side above us right now. Now, truth be told, it's easier for this to happen in the market that we're in right now than it would be for this to happen. So don't think that I'm calling for an immediate V-shaped reversal back to the top side, but I am just kind of drawing a comparison in the sheer amount of liquidations that are now available back above us right now and saying that if we do start to recover, it could just kind of happen out of nowhere. Now, that's kind of an interesting thought. I think that a lot of people are wondering. But in general, that's like the main thing that I'm looking at. The main thing that I'm paying attention to is just the sheer amount of liquidations that are now available. And if you actually look at the hyper liquid liquidation map, still a lot. There's still a lot up there, and that's very, very exciting to me. Now, there are some things that are a little bit concerning about this crash. I would say the only thing that is extremely concerning right now for me is the fact that Bitcoin is now officially breaking down below that trend line that it had. So, do you guys remember this trend line, this blue trend line? And we've just been keeping an eye on it because Bitcoin's price had respected it, and it created this linearity over the last couple of years. Well, Bitcoin's now fallen below that, and when you fall below a trend line, you have to always be aware of the consequences that could come after falling below a trend line. Now, the same level of support that's been pushing Bitcoin's price upwards could be the very level of support that could push Bitcoin's price back downwards. Now, it's not guaranteed, but it is a threat. I wouldn't say like tier one terrible threat, but definitely a threat enough to pay attention to, right? And so I would say the only thing about today that's actually concerning me is this blue line. And you guys know I'm gonna always be honest with you. If I'm not concerned, I'm not concerned. And I'll tell you when I am concerned. And I am growing in concern right now with certainty because of the fact that now we've broken below this blue line and because we have, of course, started to drop some of those key zones of support. Now, is that enough to make me still like believe that we're going into a multi-year bear market? No, I'm just not there yet. I don't believe that is the case. And one of the primary reasons as to why I don't particularly believe that we're going to see the crypto market enter into just a multi-year bear market quite yet is these liquidations, right? If you go look at this liquidation map, again, $20 billion is enough to make them want to push this bad boy back upwards. And a lot of people are going to say, well, Tyler, the people who are controlling the market are the ones who are shorting. I don't believe that's the case because I believe personally that the people who actually control the market, they're not leverage trading. They're not betting back and forth on leverage longs or leverage shorts. I don't think so. I think that they're benefiting in many other ways that are much more profitable outside of leverage longs or leverage shorts. And sure, I'm sure they do some trading, but not much. I don't think these people who are shorting is the same people who are under the control, who are the ones who control the market. I don't think so. I think these are just whales and retail. And so because there is so much available to the top side, again, it's a thought that doesn't sit right with me. The idea that this market would allow them to be correct has never happened before. And sure, something that has never happened before might be about to happen. And what could happen here is that Bitcoin's price capitulates, comes all the way back down, goes into a multi-year bear market, and things get really bad. That is true. That is possible. It would just be odd. It would just be odd. It would be very weird. That would be something that I wouldn't really expect to happen because if that was to happen, all these people win. All these people win. The market got it right. And that's just never really happened before. And not only does it not happen in crypto, it doesn't really happen in any asset class where the market is perfectly correct. So that's kind of my thinking. Like, I don't know if you guys were here back here. Like, I don't know if you guys were around in this time frame last cycle, but no one thought this was the top. Like nobody. No one who was around. And mind you, I had like 50 or 60,000 subscribers back then. So I had a pretty decent feel on the market. No one thought this was the top. Then when we recovered and we started to rally again, no one thought that was the top. There were skeptics, I will say, and that is an interesting thought. There were skeptics. There were people who were very skeptical of this move, but it had never happened in crypto market history before that Bitcoin's price kind of stalled out at a previous point of resistance. Now, all of the signs were there, don't get me wrong, but no one really thought this was the top. I would say it was like a 90-10 split. 10% of the market thought that this was the top. 90%, myself included, thought we were going further. I thought we were going to $85,000. I thought that we were going to top out below $100,000 and not hit 100K because everyone was screaming for 100K. But the vast majority of the market thought this was the cycle to get us to 100K. And so when we topped out here, it was very surprising. It was very surprising for the market. And the same thing goes right here. Like, I don't know if you guys were also back around. Let me see if I can get a more zoomed out chart. Sorry. One sec. This might take a second to load. Okay, this is a good one as well. So I don't know if you guys were around in this. I barely was. So like I was a very, very new person on the scene. And the reason why I was new to the scene was because everyone was screaming that cryptocurrency was the new internet. I remember back then everyone was putting crypto, they put the internet curve, the exponential growth curve for the internet next to this, and everybody was saying Bitcoin's going to hit $50,000. Like everyone was screaming about $50,000 back in these days, and that's a part of the reason why I started to pay attention to crypto right before this first crash. And so, just because of that, again, what doesn't usually happen is that the market times it right. People just don't really get it right. And right now, based on what we're seeing, everyone is betting that this market's going to crash. Like 90% of the market, 80% of the market is betting that we're going into a bear market. And I just would be shocked and surprised if they're right. It's really that simple for me. It's really that simple for me. Like, and it doesn't really go much deeper than that. Like, sure, there are also fundamental things that I'm paying attention to. Interest rates being cut, quantitative tightening ending. We're starting to see some resolve to some of these conflicts overseas. We're starting to see a little bit more of a conducive for growth environment here in the general economy. So, yeah, there is that, but that's kind of like secondary to me. I know the crypto market is going to do what it wants to do no matter what's happening fundamentally. Like the crypto market is going to just use fundamentals and news and whatever as an excuse to do what it's going to do. And the market manipulators are going to use those as disguises to do what they're going to do. And this to me, if I'm a lizard person, I'm looking at this right now as the best opportunity. At the best opportunity. Like think about the sentiment right now. Max pain in crypto right now is Bitcoin going back to an all-time high. That's real max pain. Dude, look at my Twitter. Hold on, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look at my Twitter. Hold on. Okay, let me just show you what I mean. Everyone thinks that the bear market, like it's an insane ratio. Watch this. So, okay, I posted earlier. This is the worst sentiment that I've seen in crypto in 7 years. You know what that means. 127,000 views, by the way. Appreciate it. Anyway, dude, go look through it. Like it's like the pessimism is insane, and you can really just go through. Like some people are on board. But like 80% of my feed right now are people absolutely freaking out. Like so scared, dude. It's wild, bro. Like it's wild. It's wild how so many people. Yeah, I hit him. I hit Broski with a womp. But like, yeah, it's just wild to me how the entire market is so confident. Like I'm really being a contrarian these days. I'm one of the very few out here right now still saying, like, hey, what about these same liquidations that have dictated where the market goes the whole year? It's like, dude, even some of my favorite YouTubers have been like, they just jump ship, like immediately just jump ship, like, yep, bear market's here. And maybe I'm just late to the party. Maybe I'm just that guy who's just gonna be wrong here about this. But to me, it's like they're gonna let that many people win. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I am doing is I'm releasing a video tomorrow, which is it's titled What If I'm Wrong? And it's basically my antithesis. So it's like, okay, what if I am wrong about this market? What if we don't recover? What if we do go into a bear market? What am I going to do? Make sure y'all stay tuned for that video because that I'm going to break down exactly what my game plan is. Very simple. In like 10 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what I'm going to do. So, I mean, if I'm wrong, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just one of those things where I'm just not super convinced, to be honest. I'm not super convinced. But I guess we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to see. I will say I'm about 80% as my conviction is at about 80%. So I had 100% conviction recently. I've dropped by about 20%. And the sole reason why I'm starting to drop in conviction again is just because we're breaking through structure. Like I'm not blind. I'm not a perma bull. And I feel like some people give me a bad rap. People say Tyler's a perma bull. I'm not a perma bull. I just like to be convinced of things. And when Bitcoin's price breaks through a key zone of support, which is 103,000 and this ascending level of support, it's like, yeah, absolutely. That's cause for concern. That will start to convince me more that we're going down and that we're heading towards 70K or 75K. Yeah, that'll start to convince me more. It's not convinced me all the way, but it's definitely convinced me more. It still doesn't. And so that's kind of where I am right now. And I really want to hear your guys' thoughts more, especially as we're watching this, because this is getting kind of nuts, bro. Bitcoin currently at 100. Where's it at? Yeah, we're right here. Let's see. There it goes. Bitcoin's fallen below $100,000 for the first time since June of 2025. So what's that? July, August, September, October. About 5 months now. Wow. See how this plays out. I want you to put a 1 in chat if you think that the market's going to recover back up to an all-time high within the next 2 weeks. or sorry, the next 2 months. If by the end of the year you think Bitcoin will have recovered back up to say $120,000, put a 1 in chat. If you think Bitcoin's going to hit $80,000 before $120,000, put a 2 in chat. Very curious. Good mix. Good mix. Good mix. Ones, twos, ones, twos. Okay. Interesting spread there. Interesting spread. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here, partner. So on these here 5-minute charts, we're seeing a little bit of bullish divergence. I wonder if we're seeing divergence across all time frames. Hold on, that's interesting. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going pee real quick because I'm downing a lot of water, and then we're gonna look to see if there's divergence across all the time frames, which would imply that this move that the dump that's happening right now would be weakening. So we're gonna find out if this crash is weakening in a second. I'll be right back. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, let's take a look. Let's look to see if we're pulling divergence. Okay. Okay, let's see. 5-minute charts are seeing bullish divergence in this move right now. If you don't know what bullish divergence is, it means that the price is setting lower lows, but the actual RSI itself is starting to climb, which, of course, relative strength index would imply that the actual strength downwards of this move is starting to weaken. Okay, let's see. 5 minutes. Let's see about the 1 hour. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's there. So we got a little bit of divergence. We haven't set the bottom in yet, so that's obviously very difficult because it could imply that we're going way further down. But as of now, we've still not set the lower low, which is interesting. What about the 4 hour? No, not here. Okay, so that's interesting. So on the bigger time frames, this is just more natural, but that's that's rather expected. But the 1 day, I would doubt it. Yeah, doubt it there. Okay, so on the higher time frames, not so much. So that is also a little concerning. But we are actually seeing the daily RSI pushing towards this oversold territory. When was the last time we hit 30? The last time we hit 30 was right here, right before Bitcoin actually started to bottom out from a very similar move. Peak, valley, peak, dump, peak, valley, peak, dump, pullback, traction. People were calling that the double-headed blood diamond. I remember those days. I wonder if people are calling that now. Bitcoin is still maintaining that previous low back there, though. So structurally, we are still in a micro or a regional uptrend. What's interesting? Okay. What about what? Let's see what else going off. Are we getting any buy signals going off? What about Crusaders? Let's see. Let's see. Nothing on Crusaders on the daily. What about the 4 hour? Nope, not on the 4 hour either. 1 hour? Yeah, wow, we got the 1 hour signal going off. Jeez, that hasn't gone off in a while. Yeah, so the last time that went off was back here, right before we continued one more pull and then we rallied. Same here, one more pull, then rally, one more pull, then rally. So with the 1 hour, which is interesting, with the 1 hour, it's almost consistent. Like every single time you'll see a low, one more lower low, and then a rally off that 1 hour Crusader signal triggering, which would imply that we would go lower from here, which would imply that we would go bang, then bang, maybe some sort of recovery, then a continuation back down to say like 90, 95. I guess it's possibly as low as 90 based on these spreads here. And then some sort of recovery, which would be interesting. Okay. Is that how that played out back in is that how that played out back in yeah, basically. Basically. Just got more there. The thing about it is there's not much liquidity down here. So a lot of the times when we dump towards some of these lower levels, like when we dump towards these lower levels right here, there were a lot of liquidations still available. We didn't finish the liquidations until right here. Whereas when you look now, there's not nearly as many. Some, certainly, but not as many. That's on the 1 day, though. Let's look at the 30. Yeah. Sub 2 billion all the way down to 89,000. Now we're crossed. Yeah, we're 19 billy vanillis on that one. Jesus. And I mean, look, like so much of this is back at like 79. That's a big accumulation back down here, though. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I mean, this definitely could continue to get a little bit worse. I'm just not really all that convinced it's going to get like that bad. But I guess that's subjective because that bad to me is like 75K. Like bad to me is us dropping that low. That would be like, oh shit, that's not good. Like that's gonna take a couple months, if not a couple years, to recover from. Like dropping below this, I think. And I haven't really studied this low too much. I haven't studied the liquidity down here, but dropping this resistance support flip, I mean, that would be more concerning because at that point you've now broken regional structure, you've broken golden Fibonacci, you've broken macro structure. Like that's bad news. So that would be concerning. Us in here is just concerning. This is very concerning. So I guess that's subjective. It really just depends on how you feel about it. Yeah, I just don't know what gets us down there. Who's going to sell? You know, that's another thought that I've had recently is like, who's going to sell us down to 75K? It's not going to be institutions. Retail has no money left. And there's no liquidity to be scooped down there, truth be told. Yes, there's someone hyper liquid, and that's worth considering, right? I guess there's someone hyper liquid at 90K, so that's worth considering. But there's just not a ton of liquidity. So it's like there's not a ton of liquidity. Retail don't really have any Bitcoin to sell. Institutions aren't going to just start panic selling. What's going to get us down there? I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird thought. It kind of convinces me even more that we're not going down there. But obviously that could just be. Let's see. Are y'all selling? Is anyone in the chat right now selling Bitcoin specifically? Put a yes or a no. Oh, shout out to you, Sacred Tokens. I didn't notice that. Time to load up on ETH. Yeah, it's not a terrible time to load up on ETH. There is something obviously concerning about ETH. Oh, this was the other thing that was concerning as well, was the fact that we were seeing altcoins breaking structure as well. So you guys know I have been tracking the descending channel here on Ethereum. Made some pretty solid plays on it. Got us a little trade in there, got us a little trade in there, got us a little trade in there. I did do a little purchasing on ETH right here, but it has nuked through that floor. That is a little bit concerning. You don't love to see that, especially the fact that ETH has now also fallen below that previous local low here. That definitely is a little bit concerning. Again, not end of the world concerning. It's just something you don't really want to see. The primary focus here for ETH, though, is that it does still have a ton of liquidity below here and say like $2,000. So it's like, and I know that's a big fall, obviously, don't get me wrong. But ETH is one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, like, you know, I could definitely see a world in which, you know, laying out some of these key support zones and accumulating at them would be fine to me. You know, like going in on some ETH right now, maybe a small accumulation right now as it is starting to dip towards this key level of support, and we are going back into oversold territory. Yeah, I mean, the last time we were here, we rallied off of it hard. Time before that, we rallied off of it hard. So ETH definitely could start trying to find some sort of more macro support at some point soon. One thing that somebody did say that I saw on Twitter that I thought was interesting was that they thought ETH was creating something like this. That's an interesting theory. We would obviously need to see a really big swing in order to be able to confirm that. I'm still more prioritizing the descending channel. But yeah, I think a decent time to buy some Ethereum. I actually bought a little bit. I announced it over in the school earlier. I bought a little bit of ETH at $3,520, or about $200 under that. So about a 7% loss on that purchase. So probably do a little bit more purchasing on some ETH right now, just because I think Bitcoin's in a decent buying opportunity. It's like, okay, I think Bitcoin's at a decent buying time. So that means I think ETH is at a decent buying time. Same thing goes for Solana. Solana's price is at the bottom side of its own descending structure. Very hard for it to get down here, but it is finding some sort of macro support. You can see here support now. We have that double confirmation. So I think Solana's also in a decent decent buying opportunity here at 155. I did buy a little bit of Solana at 160 last night, so down about $5 on those purchases, but not the end of the world. I'm not too concerned about that. I'd be willing to do a little bit more accumulating on Solana here. Same thing as ETH, though. It did drop that previous low from July, so that is a bit concerning because structure is changing, but there is still a lot of liquidity for Solana at these lower levels, right? For example, we are now at Fibonacci Golden Zone, very clearly in it from the swing low to the swing high. This is going to serve as a very strong zone of support around $146. What's crazy is that just sub that zone, there's another golden zone forming as well between $131 and $117. So it's like, Solana has so much liquidity below it here. I'm not really all that concerned. It's like, okay, if we pull back into these lower levels, I'm happy to accumulate here, and some of these lower levels for Solana. Happy the same thing for ETH. Same thing for XRP, actually. If you look at XRP is not holding up that poorly. And it makes a lot of sense because there is just so much liquidity here for XRP. I mean, look at all of this, right? Look at how many times from a macro perspective, we've saved a monthly move, monthly move, monthly move, monthly, 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 monthly move, monthly move, monthly move, all in this little zone that ranges between $2.08 and $1.63. So it's like, yeah, if XRP's price starts coming back down, yeah, happy to do some accumulating on XRP in here. And truth be told, I am in an advantageous position. That was so hard to say. Simply because we were taking a lot of profits off the table, right? You guys know we sold some XRP as its price pushed above $3.17. And between that and $3.80 was where we were taking some profits off the table. We also took some profits off of Solana as it pushed up towards $240. Again, all documented here on the channel. We also took some profits off of Ethereum as its price pushed above $4,500 because we saw the threat of the pullback from this. See this? That descending, this ascending, not good. So we, of course, notice some of these things. So I have profit to work with. I have profit from ETH, profit from Solana, profit from XRP, a lot of profit from Bitcoin to work with. So I'm happy to just reinvest and rotate some of that profit back into these positions. Now, if you're somebody who's like, for example, you're somebody who doesn't have any extra capital right now, or all of the purchases that you did on Bitcoin, say we're at like 103 and you're negative, you don't have to dollar cost average into this. Like, don't feel like you have to, because in my opinion, one of two things is going to happen. Either from here, Bitcoin is going to run fucking hard back up to mid-range resistance, maybe back up to like 115K. And then you're going to get a take profit opportunity, which I would take advantage of personally. Like, I would take a little profit off the table if we can get back up to 115. Or Bitcoin's going to nuke hard down from here back to like 90 to 84K to that golden zone down here. Then you're going to get a better buying opportunity. So like, we're in a wasteland right now. It's a decent time to do small purchases. But if you're already negative and you don't have profit to work with, I wouldn't be going super ham right now. I just don't particularly think it's worth it unless you have like 111,000 or 100, I don't know why someone scream stop, or $112,000, dollar cost average. If you're like 115K or above dollar cost average, yeah, average cost, yeah, low accumulation here is cool. But if you're like 103 to 105, barely negative, I'd just sit this one out probably. Either see if that puppy's going to run back to the top side, or see if this bad boy is going to really start coming back to this golden zone and start looking for a more macro accumulation down here. I would, again, like I mentioned before, and I briefly mentioned it, but I want to say again, if Bitcoin does start to recover out of this, there is a threat of this ascending blue line giving us some issues. So I would again be taking some profit back around like 115 or so. We did take some profits off the table at 115. When was that? October 28th. You guys can see. Yeah, so we took some profits off of Bitcoin. At $115,000 right back here. So again, we do have some profit to work with now that we're at these lower levels. But if you don't have profit to work with, maybe just sit this one out, I would say, and let's see how we move from here. And then you'll have some more clarity in the future. I don't think you particularly need to be, I'm not one of those guys who believes it's always a great time to buy just because the market's dumping. It's really situational, right? I think it's really subjective. And although I don't believe that we're going to go into a multi-year bear market without taking out these liquidations, it is a possibility. And so obviously you need to have some capital left over. And so if you barely have any cash right now is probably not the best time, because again, we're either literally going to do this or we're literally going to do this. Both of those opportunities will give you a better opportunity to either take a lot of profit off the table or mass accumulate at lower levels. So like, I'd probably just wait this one out if I'm most of you guys. But if you are really good in profit, say for example, like if you're with me, my average cost on Bitcoin is still $36,000 now. My average cost is still back down here as a result of the accumulations we were doing back in the bear market. And so knowing that I do still have a solid 2x or so under me, like I have profits to work with here and I can use that to kind of throw back in. So if you have profit, yeah, I'll probably play around with this move that we're in right now, Bitcoin alt. If you don't have profits to play around with, maybe sit this one out. Let's kind of see how this bad boy goes. Now, the flip side to that, though, is that if you are someone who doesn't have any profits, but you have a long-term time horizon, like if you have, for example, a 4-year, 5-year time horizon, yeah, this is absolutely a good time to purchase. And the only reason I say that is just because of the fear and greed that we're seeing in the market right now, or the fear, sorry. So, for example, if we head over to the fear and greed index, this doesn't factor in what happened today, but even just yesterday, we were already at a 22. So, listen, we're going to be in extreme fear by tomorrow. And so, anytime that you're in extreme fear in the crypto market, it's always a good time historically to do some sort of accumulating. Just look at it historically. Look at what happens when you dip into this green zone, which is where we will be by tomorrow. The last time was right before that rally there. The time before that was before this rally here. The time before that was all the way back in the bear market as we were reaching bear market lows. The time before that was at a regional low in the bear market. And the time before that was before we rallied. So the only time that we've been in extreme fear and the market's not rallied afterwards at some given point was when we were in the middle of a bear market. So I feel like I'm pretty comfortable saying that. And the thing about it is, even if you do say an accumulation right here, I wouldn't do a big one. Like I wouldn't do a gigantic one. But yeah, let's say, for example, we do enter into a bear market. You still purchased at a good time. And that is one of those fallacies that I'd like to get out of the crypto market is listen, if I went back in time and I bought Bitcoin, for example, right back here. Remember, this is if you have a long enough time horizon. Would you guys say yes or no before I give my opinion? Yes or no? If I bought Bitcoin right here and right here, would you guys say that was a bad purchase? Yes or no? Let's see. Curious. No, no, yes, no. Okay. No, no, yes, no. You can't know at the time. Yep. If you're DCing, no. Short term, yes. Yeah, 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 exactly. Okay, there you go. So yeah, absolutely, and that's my perspective because remember, I'm speaking from a long-term time frame. It's like yeah, in the short term, bad purchase. Short term, bad purchase. Short term, bad purchase. But my question is, what happens when the short term plus the short term plus the short term all starts adding in to the long term? If you're just willing to wait, these purchases, although they are bad in the short term, were actually perfectly put in the short term. Why? Because these were the most opportune moments. This was support. This was support. This was support. This was support. These were the levels that were the most likely to recover Bitcoin's price back upwards. So these were the best times to be purchasing. So not only was it not a bad time, it was the best time to be purchasing when we're finding these macro points of support. So to me, it's like, yeah, if your time horizon is long enough, this is a good time to purchase, whether you like it or not, because it's either going to do this or it might do something that looks a little bit more like this. But one way or another, purchasing at key zones of support is the best thing that you can do in a bear market anyway. Because you can't time the bottom. You know what I mean? You can't time this perfectly. It's not going to happen. Like it's just accidents, coincidence. You're not going to time the bottom of it perfectly. So the best thing you can do is locate key zones of liquidity and opportunity and accumulate at those zones, giving yourself the best opportunity to capitalize on a pump upwards, right? So my general perspective is like, okay, if you have a lot of profit, if you have a lot of profit, you're good. This is a decent time to start playing the game a little bit. Do some dollar cost averaging. I personally think if I was playing GTA in Minecraft, okay? If you don't have any profit, no profit, now is probably not the best time to be playing around. Like, yeah, small dollar cost average is cool, but if you're really struggling right now, probably not the best time because we're either about to just recover back up to you being in profit or we're about to get much better buying opportunities, both of which are a better opportunity for you than trying to take a gamble right here. Unless if you have no profit, but you have, say, a 5 to 10 year time horizon, this is absolutely a very good time to accumulate and actually one of the best times to accumulate historically. Because the best times historically to be able to accumulate since what 2018, we can see here, were the times where we were in the green, right? Green, 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 green. And all of those times led us upwards. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about this move right now. And that's my general play. Now, remember, tomorrow I'm going to make a video that says, what if I'm wrong? And in that video, I'm going to break down exactly what I'm going to do if the market does just enter into a multi-year bear market and we do capitulate towards some of these lower levels. I'm going to give you the exact levels that I'm buying at, what I'm buying, when I'm buying, and how I'm buying. All of that's coming tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But all in all, that's where I am with the market. And that's my general overview of what's going on. But what I do want to do is shift the attention back over to you guys a little bit and talk about what's happening here, just kind of with you. So feel free to ask some questions. And then, yeah. Now, one thing I will let you guys know is if you guys do find this interesting, you can go follow me on Instagram. Over on Instagram, I post a ton more content about like behind the scenes, my life, my business, and all that stuff. Feel free to follow me. It's linked down below. It's called Tyler Hill Unlocked. Okay, so if you like my insights, follow me there. Okay, let's see what everyone's saying. And while I'm answering questions, I'll leave this chart up. I think this is more interesting. Let's go to the 5 minutes as well. Okay. Tyler, can we talk about one step further? Let's say Bitcoin goes to 120K. I want to be prepared and decide if I should take lots of profit or something. Lots of profit. Bitcoin goes back up to another all-time high. The clock is ticking. I do think that the bear market comes shortly after. I just don't know how far we go from there. Lots of profit, I would say. I'll take lots of profit. We get another all-time high. It's so obvious. All the well exit and buy privacy coin to hide. Only reason these privacy coins are pumping to right. Both, I would say, but more towards a liquidity hunt. Can you look at Sui? Damn, what's happening with Sui, bro? Y'all tweaking. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Sui's starting to demonstrate some of those very similar things that we're seeing from the rest of the market. Dude, gladly, we exited a lot of Sui back up here, huh? I don't know if y'all remember that, but this summer, y'all remember I made a video saying that I'm taking profits off of Sui and I got freaking grilled bad, bro. That was right up here. Glad we did, because now it's at $1.94. We got some cash to play with. Definitely, it would be a little bit concerned with Sweet's price performance just because it is hard capitulating and it did just drop below golden zone. So Sweet definitely could be on track for like sub $1.70. So just be very careful right now. But I still do believe long term Sweet has potential, especially as we are starting to see these indicators starting to show a little bit of overextension downwards. Let me check in on these. Wow. Okay, hold on. Neek, I appreciate the $2 donation. I bought 70 G's in Dogecoin at 26, down 40% advice. It depends on how big your portfolio is. I mean, if that's only a couple percentage of your portfolio, you're good. But if it's all your portfolio, reorganizing would be a good idea. Shout out to you, Robert Pullen. I appreciate it, my G. It's Tau in anyone's season right now. How are those performing right now? I don't really keep a close eye on those ones. Should I rotate memes to Bitcoin now? It's not a terrible time to rotate memes to Bitcoin if you're feeling very stressed out, because I do believe that even if the market starts to recover, Bitcoin will probably outperform memes in the short term anyway. Yeah, I would say so. Right, literally. Do you think the cycle is changing or playing like clockwork? Hard to tell. So far, it has played like clockwork. What do you mean by reorganizing if you're way down? Well, if his only bag is Doge, then I would probably close a lot of that and start reorganizing it back into higher quality things like Bitcoin. Appreciate it, Sean Park. You know what, boys? I'm going to order some food so I don't have to close out. In other news, what are y'all doing about food? What are y'all eating? I'm hungry, bro. What do you do if you were 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% down on coins and you're out of money? If they're good coins, leave them alone. If they're bad coins, rotate into good coins. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. I've met him in Texas one time. Okay. We're going to get this bad boy ordered express, buddy, because I'm starving. Okay. Ethereum and Tom Lee. Is there any liquidity in ETH above 4K? Oh yeah, tons, more than to the downside actually. Tons, a lot right there too. Wow, there's a shit ton at $3,500, which is crazy on Hyperliquid at least. Let's look at yeah, a ton, bro, tons. Look at this, that's nuts. Not even a billion to the downside anymore. Gabe, shut up. Uh, only a select few will win. Most of y'all are getting demolished. You should never allocate serious money in crypto. It's heavily manipulated. Yeah, I agree. It depends on your word, but it depends on what you mean by serious money. Hell yeah. I wish I had more money to be buying. Stack up that cash, G. What if you're level on Bitcoin but down on ETH and Solana? Would you still rotate into? Probably not. I'd probably personally just leave them alone. Would there be any way for market manipulators to manipulate the liquidation heat maps? What if all those shorts just disappeared? That would fucking be very scary. I would be very concerned. I'm gonna hit this gym session real quick. I'm gonna leave it to the go. Shout out to you, Jason. Yeah, it could. It'll be hard for Bitcoin to hit 40, but it could. Nacho, not Tyler. What is that referencing? Mind looking at Link. Where's the golden zone? Yeah, sure. Let's see. Failure to break there. We're basically at it. Yeah, we're basically at. We're like at all of them right now. Yeah, I mean, Link is entering into that like that zone, that like $15 to $10 zone, where I think it's actually a pretty good purchase. I'll just be going very slow because it could go literally all the way to the bottom of the zone. Look at the megaphone pattern forming for Bitcoin since July top, and look at the weekly RSI for Bitcoin. It's been forming a descending triangle, and it is at the bottom. Yeah, smashing. Good areas to buy ETH. Let's see. 3,300 is a decent level. 2,800 is a great level. $3,000 is a psychological level, so I would give that a small purchase zone. I'd say those would be like the main three from what I can see here. Very surface level. 2,800, 3,000, and 3,300 would be like my small to medium purchase zones. Can you? I'll check super chat. Oh yeah. Oh my bad, Neek. Appreciate it. Jesus, Neek. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Is that parallel? Yeah, it is. Wow. Okay, Neek. I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is that it could definitely keep going further. The good news is that between now and like 11.7 cents, there's actually a lot of liquidity. So you have bounce zone liquidity from support 1, bounce zone liquidity from support 2, golden Fibonacci zone liquidity from swing high to swing low, and you also have a daily RSI that's already getting close to sub 30, while I would assume yeah, Gaussian on the daily is red, Gaussian on the weekly is still green. So there's a lot of support here between where we are now and 11.7. Obviously, don't know if it's going to hold, but it does have a decent chance of building up some support between now and another 15, 20% from now. But Neek, why is your whole? I'm not trying to like get on your ass right now. It's not a great time, but like, why is your whole net worth in Doge? I have a 3x position on ETH liquidation at 2650. What do you think I should do? I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but if I was in your shoes, I mean, it'd be difficult for ETH to get down there, so I wouldn't be sweating yet. But if ETH starts nuking through like $3,000 in this 28 level, then obviously that's quite concerning. But if you entered in on a leverage long on ETH, you should have had an exit strategy and a downside risk protection strategy of some sort. So I don't know. Like I don't really know. I don't know what my strategy in that situation would be. Dylan, it definitely feels like it. It definitely feels like it. What's this tweet doing? This tweet's been going crazy, bro. Yeah, Jesus. I never had a tweet get 100,000 views before. That's cool. Sure, I'm getting cooked though. Why on Twitter can't you see? Oh, latest. Here we go. Okay, let's look at this. By the feet, I mean fear. I think you're wrong. No, sentiment didn't feel that bad back then. Shut the fuck up, you absolute fraud, and short the bounces. It's not hard. Okay. You're going lower. You see what I mean when I say everyone on Twitter is just pissy right now? Like, I don't even understand what bro's talking about. My thing is, none of these people know who I am because I have a super small Twitter, so they're just making assumptions. But it's like, look at how many people are upset. Seven years and not yet rich. Damn. I'm not going to start flexing. This proves that you're not that old. You didn't have any skin in the game. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like this sort of sentiment is exactly what won't convince me that all these people are right. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty impressive how pissed off everyone is. Do y'all see all this? And like I can just scroll consistently and it's like let's look. Let's see. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. It's wild. Like it's actually wild how pissed everyone is. That's why, and also Twitter's really toxic. To be fair, y'all the homies. The homies on YouTube are the homies. I don't give a fuck about these Twitter people. Being honest with you, but you get the point. Like it's just I don't know, bro. I'm just not convinced. Not super convinced. Mm. Shit, I forgot to update the bubbles. Come here. What? Where my buy levels at? Yeah, I knew I did one. Okay. 104 and then 103.3. Oh wait, this is a small, and then this was the medium. Here we go. And then what was that one at again? 104.4 was right here. So that was that one. And then I could have swore I bought at $101,000 at some point. Oh, at 2:53 p.m. yesterday, which would have been a little bit higher actually. It would have been like right around there. Okay, boom. 103.3. Boom. Okay, cool. But yeah, here we go. So boom. So this is kind of this is what I'm doing. I have been doing some buying. Took a little decent profit off that bad boy right there. And yeah, I mean, my whole game plan is just to keep this bad boy rolling. It's like, yeah, if something like this happens, for example, guess what I'm gonna do? This is exactly what this is gonna look like, bro. Oh, like this is exactly what this is gonna look like. So it's like, bring it on. You know what I mean? Like if that's what's gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen. I just don't think so. I'm not really convinced yet. Are you guys gonna be buying if Bitcoin go if we go into a bear market? Are you guys gonna be buying or no? Yes or no? Yeah, that's a big one. That's a lot. That's a fucking lot, actually. 4 billion popping up like that is crazy. What about 7-day? 7-day already climbed over 10 billion vanillis. A lot at 112. Like a ton. And then 30-day is super stacked, obviously. I mean, this shit's on Trinaball, bro. Okay. Yes. I'm already shorting everything. Oh, you're probably making some good money right now, champ. Only at the end of the bear market. How do you plan on locating the end of the bear market? I'm curious. My food's on the way, by the way. I have not eaten since 6 p.m. yesterday. I'm starving. Hell yeah. All right. Lambo money is done. That's a little bit ironic. Short squeeze incoming, maybe. How did you set up your stop losses? Like, do you have a certain percent? Do you look at previous support zones? I don't have any stop losses set on my spot bags. My leverage trades, I have them set usually based on structure and liquidation levels. Is this the 54 simple moving average for Bitcoin? What happens if we break through? I don't check that, so I'm not sure. What positions are you in, Nate? It's possible. Probably like a year and a half. Like we'll probably I would say maybe we start trying to slow recover next year, like end of next year or something. A lot of accumulation though. If you were in my spot, would you take the LM21? I would personally always advocate for rotating into safer things instead of being fully in on one thing, but so situational. What's your thought on the gold? I haven't checked gold in like a week. Wow, geez, a good point. It looks good, honestly. Like it actually is. It's after a run like this. This is a pretty solid, healthy pullback. It looks really good, actually. Did my buy order at 99 go off? No, there's no way it did. Still probably willing to do a tiny purchase here at 101. I'm gonna do one. Fuck it. 101, 200. Put in this buy order. Okay. All right, let's tell the Discord. You know what? I'll do a small one on I'll do a small one on ETH. Triggered that. Okay, I'll just market do it. Fuck it. Okay, market purchase. Fuck it, I don't care. Market purchase. Fine. Close price 3304. That's cool with me. What about Solana? Position history. Close price 156 on the money. Okay, very satisfying. All right. Let's tell the Discord. All right, Dan. Cool. I bought a little bit. Bought a little Bitcoin, bought a little ETH, bought a little Solana. I always post it over in the school, by the way. If you're not in the school, link is down below. I am going to give you guys a discount code today. It is NOV4. So one of you who is in the chat right now that goes to use NOV4 when you sign up to the school, you're going to get 20% off because it's a rough day. Sure. Let's go in. Look at y'all. What does that mean? Abdelaziz Dahamani. Absolutely. Bitcoin will likely not go down more than 50% from this. Well, I would agree. When Fear and Greed Index gets to 25 or lower, look 1 month after. That's always the bottom. We're going to get one last pump that no one expects. Very possible. Can you check ADA? Sure. Still maintaining this yellow zone. Actually holding up pretty damn well, honestly. I would just keep watching it. Maybe even if you buy it here, like buying ADA here with a stop loss set at like say 47 is not a terrible play. It's not a terrible play because if it nukes this, it could get ugly for ADA a little bit. That's also, oh, well, you got that 46-cent level of liquidity right there from that previous resistance and support. Worth considering that you have liquidity here as well. Maybe not setting the stop loss if you're like a long-term bag holder, but just be ready because this shit might nuke. But ADA's actually in a decent buy right now. It's like a decent. I'm not gonna because I don't really care about ADA anymore, but not terrible timing. Yeah, it definitely feels like some exchanges are going to go insolvent. How is it possible to lose money longing the bull market? You shouldn't. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think they're going to get rinsed. I'd be shocked if they don't. I'd be shocked if they don't. Especially seeing this. Look at that. Holy shit, dude. I don't think so. I don't think Mexi, even itself going down, would start a bear market per se. Because you got to remember, retail isn't the one who's pushing prices up anyway right now. This is an institution cycle. So retail losing money because an exchange goes down doesn't trigger much, really. I mean, it'll put a little panic, but not like a ton, I don't think. Thoughts on taking my L on render and moving into Tau and or virtuals? What's different about those than render to you? Even if I fart, you will always be there. Adam, absolutely, Adam. We're all dumbasses. I could agree with that. Do you think Solana is the most at the bottom out of all the top 10 cryptos? I think it is because if you check the liquidation chart, Solana has the least long leverage position. Yeah, I would say so. I use Robinhood because tax is cheaper work. How much cheaper work? Do you ever empty whole brackets when taking profits? Or you always leave? I always leave a little bit in there. They might. I don't see that. Strafe, don't start your shit. Nix, I appreciate it, homie. I don't know if this is true, but to me, it seems that with each crypto dump of significance, altcoins slowly detach incrementally from Bitcoin's price movement and better hold support for coins with high upside. I think it's more because people just don't have much to sell. Like every time everyone sells, people have less to sell. No one's accumulating too much. So the bottom side pressure is getting less and less and less and less. And that's also a big part as to why I just struggle to believe that the bear market starts now, like in this exact moment now. It's hard for me to believe that. It's hard for me to believe that. Like, it just be hard unless the bear market looks completely different than anyone we've ever had before. That's possible. But Nix, I would very much so agree. I appreciate you, homie. Is it wise to sell good small cap coins and buy Soul, Sweet, Tau, Virtuals now, considering large caps are performing better? Yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable. Mantis, please stop spamming. I got Chipotle. I'm so excited. How do you diversify? I'm very diversified. I can tell you. So this is how my net worth is broken down in terms of percentages. I have $85,100 million. So I have 8% in cash, which is enough for me because I invest every day. I have 27% in real estate. I have 37% in stocks. I have 16% in crypto, and then 13% in miscellaneous items. So 16% of my entire net worth is in crypto, and that's intentional. It's just because my entire all of the money that I make every month comes from crypto. So the last thing I want to do is also be extremely exposed to crypto and my net worth and my investments. Like it's too weighted. It's too risky, right? So I like to have that going on. Tyler, I made 20K on the riskiest short I opened yesterday morning at the top of the morning. Just closed it, needed to get to work without shaking. Come on. Strafe, you're locked in, dude. Yeah, I do. I do indeed. I buy Bitcoin every day and I buy VOO every day, every single day of the year. I would agree with that. Does altcoins usually pump after Bitcoin does or along with it? It usually takes a bit. We're not going to dive into every single one of those, champ. I have a spare $10,000 in cash. What should I do now? Buy a little bit of crypto slowly but surely and slowly add more and more in over a good period of time and just wait and leave it alone. And only buy good cryptos. Cryptos in any portfolio should be maximum 15%, ideally 10 to 15%. Not bad. I have a shit ton in stocks though, but it's just because my stock portfolio is just running. I got a large bag of sweet from a lot lower. I sold 50% at $4. Why I sold the rest? I think so. You've done a great job. Maybe take a little extra profit. Why not? We shall see. We're going long, boys. Hell yeah. Boogie. Long 500X, boy. You just gonna go in there and you just gonna long that thing $150,000 on 15X. Okay. Okay. And if we lose money, that's your fingers gone. I bought Bitcoin, so it's gonna nuke even more. I still love crypto. I know this industry that will generate more generational wealth. Agreed. Indicator chain, we're going up there, boy. Be honest. Are all my altcoins cooked? Is it too late to move them? No, of course they're not all cooked. Why does it have to be a multi-year bear market? Could it not just be a 6-month and start upwards again? It could. It's just not usual. Do you ever explain how you work with stocks? Been making a killing with Palantir. I want to see if I can improve. I literally just buy VOO, SPY, and BVY and nothing else. If Tyler and anyone else is looking for a good risk to reward, okay. I want to get some cash because my money is in crypto at my most spot. I want to buy but don't have money and at school as well. What can I do for cash as a 17-year-old? Cut yards, cut grass, wash cars, clean trash cans, bunch of stuff. You better hear that damn cowboy hat. You better stop that. I'm just not seeing enough volume being traded despite all the downside pressure. This all seems super weird. This whole shit feels weird, bro. The whole market feels weird. Crypto as a whole feel weird. It all feels weird. Can we all agree? Put a yes in chat. Does this whole crypto market feel kind of fucking weird to y'all these days? Like the last week? Y'all feel that vibe? Tyler, when you say you're making a small purchase or medium-sized purchase on Bitcoin, what does it look like in dollar amount? Depends. It depends. Medium-sized purchases could be like 5 figures. No. 1, 2, 3. Why am I tripping? Yeah, about 5 figures. Small purchases use like 4 figures. Yeah, right. That makes sense again. Yeah, y'all feel it too. It's fucking weird, bro. Weird market. I'm getting obliterated on Twitter now, and I don't know what I even did, bro. Everyone's on my ass. Just kidding. I genuinely couldn't care less. Twitter, I struggle to believe people on Twitter are real humans. You gotta pump it up. Come on and pump it up. And the only reason I say that is because they are just insane, bro. You know, I get mistaken. Like people insult me, which is a funny insult, but people insult me by calling me an Indian man, and I'm 0% Indian. That's a common one. It is fucking hilarious though, I will say. Um let's see. Anywho, Tyler is 1% Korean. I am not 1% Korean, I don't think, but I might be. You look 0% Indian. I don't think I whatever. I'm new in crypto, but even I can tell crypto is acting weird. Yeah, it's weird, dude. Hell yeah. No, it's all good though, bro. I genuinely couldn't care less. Like, there are certain comments I get that will get under my skin a little bit, but dude, not really. Like, I don't give a fuck. YouTube comments hurt my feelings a little bit because I feel like y'all are real people. I genuinely struggle to believe that people on Twitter are actual human beings. What is NRI? Hell yeah, JS Squad. How's that going? What's your average cost? Can you talk about Soul, please? Yeah, I think Soul's fine. I think it'll be cool. Those are. I also think that crypto is ahead of its time. It's revolutionary tech. People just don't get it yet, I think. I wish I was as rich as Tyler so I wouldn't have to change my own winter tires. Twitter is a weird admit. Yeah, I just kind of let them hang out. Yeah, you can do that in the school. Wink, wink. You gotta pump it up. Bro, Oscar was singing that damn song in Dubai, and I still have it stuck in my head. Tell Oscar Ramos I want this song out of my head. I don't know. Tens of millions, right? Cut yards. It's like $60 a yard these days. It was 20. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Will you short the bear market? Maybe a little bit, but not often. Do you think SWE will be fine long term? Yes. That's what I'm saying. I would, yeah. Batman or Superman? Superman's cooler. Oh wait, Batman's cooler. Sorry. Bitcoin isn't even about the price anymore. We're just about to control my own wealth. Fair. Why are you ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you, Cletus. Depends on those allocations, but those are pretty solid ones. Why don't you just move to an island and relax with all your money? I don't have that much damn money. Like, I can buy an island. Or do you just mean like an island, like a Caribbean island? I don't know. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, there's a loud ass noise outside my house right now. Did you lose money in the market when you first started, and how much were you down before profiting? Yes, I did lose money when I first started. I never lost more than I put in. Like, I never went negative because it was good timing and good luck for me. But I did have moments where I would swing a couple grand for sure. We're just gonna win, win, win. We can never lose, and you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, Donald." All right, anyway, hey, let me go get my food real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, Red. I didn't say Superman wouldn't beat Batman. I said Batman's cooler than Superman. Get a life. What's happening? What y'all yapping about? I'm gonna eat my Chipotle. Y'all be nice to me, okay? I eat like a little bit of a weirdo. I just start fucking finger eating all my food. You gonna pump it up. You gotta pump it up. Mm-hmm. That's not good. You gotta bump it up. Yeah, hell yeah, she cooks. Ow, ow. What's causing the sudden crash? People selling off and manipulation. I actually do believe that there's a lot of people selling right now. I don't think this is a pure manipulation move, like we see sometimes. I got a bowl. Chicken, rice, pinto beans, guac, corn, cheese, and white rice. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I think a lot of people are selling also. Even I'm on the brink of selling, and I've held for 3 years. Why are you going to sell? Dude, literally, bro. People selling in a lack of liquidity at the moment. The government shutdown means money that should be with people in the market are being withheld in government accounts. In your opinion, is the crash due to the rumors or another institutional manipulation? A little bit of both. Bowls are for people who sit down. What if I do pee sitting down? It sounds more comfortable. Kiss my ass. All of us retail should make an oath and sell Bitcoin at 125K. How the well is going to sell their coin if no one is selling? I don't know. I don't mean to fast, but I do fast very often just because I get so much shit done in the morning that I forget to eat. Hell yeah, I played. Dude, stop chewing. Okay, Captain Smokey, I'll just fucking die then. I'll just die of starvation. Yeah, hell yeah, I played chat. Yeah, hell yeah. Protein shake, then cardio, then chicken and rice and broccoli and eggs. Dude, that sounds like the bro diet from TikTok. Fuck that noise. I don't know. I have no idea. Are you going to ignore BlackRock selling 700 billion worth of Bitcoin ETFs in just the last couple of days? No. But they're not the only institution in existence. Hit the gym, leave me alone. Yeah, literally. Are you expecting a Santa rally? Santa rallies aren't real. Stop using all of that fucking lingo. October, Santa rally, it all just gets you wrecked. See, like, that's valid. You want to look at ICP? Sure. Yo, that shit's sending, bro. Yo, I know my boys who make ICP content are fucking eating right now. What happened? What happened, y'all? Why the hell is ICP sent like this? What happened, bro? Golly. Dude, what are you talking about? Veronica Smith, what are you talking about? A man can't just hang out with this chat after doing technical analysis for 45 minutes, eat some damn Chipotle, and have a good day. Is that so bad? Just because you're in a bad mood don't mean I got to be in a bad mood, Veronica. Literally, bro. Don't tell me what to do. That's a very oddly specific time. Why that time specifically? It's a weird space. I don't know. Big Oz out is pumped out. Why? Big thanks for these live sessions and your quick videos during these weird times. Treat yourself. I try my best, Shane. I appreciate you, G. Kilo, I'm not ignoring you. What did you say? Dash and ZC. I don't know much about both of them. Do you do calisthenics? What's your opinion? No, I just go to the gym, lift some like random shit. Oh fuck, dude. I just go to the gym. I'll usually hit like some biceps. I don't know. I do very basic workouts and then a lot of cardio. because I don't really care how much muscle I have. I just want to be like, I want to feel healthy, and I feel the healthiest when I'm doing a lot of cardio. Where's Veronica at? What's your hating ass? Come back, Veronica. Where you going? Ew. I don't know what I just say. This was gross. Crypto is done for him. Yeah. Bro, I made a post yesterday calling people crybabies. God, I got so much backlash. It's not nice to call people crybabies. I'm like, dude, stop crying then. I'm just joking. People so serious. Ledger. You think Trump's son is manipulating price? No. I know. I'm only referring to the people who are being assholes. I call them crybabies. I also tell them they're slobbering on my comment section, and oh, that shit sets people off, bro. Tyler, you're so stupid, blah, blah, blah. Like, stop slobbering on my comments. That's rude. Like, bro, you're on my ass. I have a shit ton of ledgers. It definitely seems like it, bro. Yeah, I just don't really confirm people's biases these days. I just tell them what I genuinely believe. I'm like, dude, why are y'all watching me on YouTube if you don't want my honest opinion? I mean, I would say that's not true. I would say there's been multiple things that have actually been accomplished, multiple things that have not been accomplished. But I'm also in the middle. I don't give a fuck about no political party personally. I'm just dead in the middle. I agree with what I agree with. I disagree with what I disagree with. I'm not going to blindly like someone just because they wear a color. Like, I'm not a gang member, but as someone who is in very neutral, like, I don't think that's true. Like, I think you just don't like the guy. Mm, mm, mm. Keep that shit out of my chat. I do not condone this sort of speech. FBI, you can fucking go find him. No thanks. I'm a gang member. Yo, why is this Chipotle bowl so damn hot today, bro? Because people are just crybabies. Mm-hmm. I actually agree with that. I don't think the world's as fucking bipartisan as people think. What the hell is bond me? Sound fire. Too many people. What's up, Carrie Ann? Carrie Ann gets mad because I curse sometimes. But Carrie Ann still comes back. So I appreciate you. Too many people have no real identity or understanding of who they truly are, so they religiously follow politics and pick the party they like most, literally. They oftentimes pick the party their friends pick, and their friends pick their party because their friends pick the party for the friends in the party, and they're picking the friends. Okay. Wayne Gretzky. Ever looked at? No, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna take my bike for a ride on my mind. I'm gonna take my bike for a ride, or my mind is gonna blow. I curse all the fucking Carrie Ann, sometimes I just get passionate. And I let that shit out, you know what I mean? Can y'all hear me too right now? I definitely didn't think y'all could hear me too from this far away. Veronica, I'm not bearish. What are you talking about? Veronica, you just making shit up, bro. Damn, my bad, bro. I'm hungry, bro. Leave me alone. A little liquidity scoop. I'm sorry. I didn't know I'm supposed to starve for your enjoyment. Kiss my ass. Tyler, did you see the FBI is yes, bro. That's real. That's so real. Who the fuck is Veronica? I don't know, bro. Veronica just be an asshole. Thought I was getting the deal yesterday. Spent $3,500 now. Today I'm more. Let's buy more. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Look out below. Here she comes. What the fuck? There we go. I don't think so. Mine just go off when they go off. What have I missed? A drop? A big drop? Oh yeah. I mean, we already did hit the high. Oh, yeah. I mean, we hit 99.9. Richard, I'm eating a Chipotle bowl because I got to get my nutrients for my workout later, which I'm not going to go to. M&M are 50 cents. It depends on the conversation, but in general, I'm probably going M&M. Here she comes. No. Not fighting in December. I have too much shit to do right now. And they were having like problems with the promotion and an opponent and blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? I'll just focus on what I got to focus on. I'll fight sometime next year, though. Juice WRLD. I'm saying we are going down and sideways till March, April. Hopefully, government back rates pass a new Fed chair and positive outcome with Supreme Court. That'd be nice. Both. Oh. Oh, God. Tyler, do you see the correlation between full moons and Bitcoin hitting all-time highs? No, I know some people talk about that. I just don't get into the whole astrology thing. Y'all are crazy, bro. What's happening, Nick? I'm telling you, the Democratic League probably playing like Wildcat. I wouldn't agree. I don't think you've heard of a short squeeze before. People betting big right now, thinking that bottom's in. God damn it. What the fuck? Damn. I don't think so. I focus on price. Gabe, you would also pick Eminem over 50 Cent. You're actually lying. Are you trading in spot, or are you just like buy and holding on spot? Like, is that realized loss or not? I know. I caught it afterwards. Leave me alone. We already did. Same. I would be very willing to bet that Eminem has more money than 50 Cent. Maybe I'm wrong. Can't really ban it though, can you? Geese gets it. Yeah. Isn't he talking today at like 5:30? Lost 80% of my port this month. A year of work gone. Fuck. I wonder how he lost it. I mean, there's only a couple ways you can really lose, like lose in crypto, and that's if you sell, obviously, duh. If you're trading, or if you're like full porting dumb shit. I'm not making fun of the guy. I'm just saying, like, I'm down like $100,000 right now today or this week. I'm at across all my shit, but it is what it is. Like, I hold quality stuff, and so I'm just gonna wait until I'm not. Like, I feel like you know, I don't know. You can lose if you buy a safe moon. Yeah, hell yeah, that sucked. Lost all that. That was a loss. Dude, I got a popsicle in the fridge that I want to go eat, but I just know you motherfuckers will not let me eat that without harassing me. I'll eat it afterwards. What the hell? There's no way this is real. A 306. What? That's what I'm saying. I post everything. You just gotta chill, bro. No, fuck you, Gabe. I will not. There's no way. I mean, I guess whenever you sign up for stuff, I mean, what are you gonna do? This is okay. We're all wondering what the weird shit that's happening in crypto. It's literally fucking Binance, bro. Like crazy, bro. Look at this delta. That's nuts. I just don't understand this game. Like this goes even further past my lizard people understanding. Clipping it. I don't care. Kiss my ass. Damn, bro. That's tough. What the hell? I thought Tom Lee was just it's probably taking a little out of context. What is James Wynn doing? Shorting? Oh, is he shorting? What the fuck is this? Hell yeah. A little makeup action. Jesus Christ. Yo, that's crazy. Oh my god, bro. That's fun. I didn't know where bro was going with that shit. Jesus Christ. Like, okay, if it doesn't matter what your political stance is, if you can't find this, if you don't find that funny, you're tripping. Tyler, is your wife in what the fuck is an ABG? I'm not in the norm today. Yeah, I've trained with Dustin quite a few times. Damn, bro. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. Oh my god, that's funny shit. Hey, go follow me on Instagram, by the way. If y'all haven't followed me on Instagram yet, this link down below. Go follow me. Go follow me right now. That's what I was doing last night. Went grocery shopping, paid the puppy tax, as per usual. Made a little burger mat and some Christmas cookies. Made a little vid last night, the one y'all saw. Responded to y'all because I love my little homies. Got Spider Cat down. Watched a little movie. Hey, I never watched the Hannibal Lecter movies. Yo, they're gas, bro. I watched Silence of the Lambs and then Red Dragon, and then I'm watching the third one. No. Yeah, I'm watching Hannibal next. I don't know what I'm watching next. There's a third one. I'm gonna watch that. Go follow me. Anyway, I'll tell you all about it there. Anywho. Drake life routine. Strafe, I want to know your fucking middle name, dude. Asian baby girl, I think. Asian American. I don't know what the fuck none of this. Oh, a hottie. Oh. Oh. Y'all are nuts. Watch the Hannibal series. Yeah, I watched the first 3 episodes of the Hannibal movies. Or the Hannibal one on Netflix, I think. Serious question. How does he get filled so bad? Okay, did y'all also see that? How the hell did he acquire a 114,000, bro? Y'all been seeing all this Cecilia situation? Crazy stuff, huh? With Mexi. Think about how stressed out she had to be. And you know what sucks, bro? It's like everybody's probably on Cecilia's ass. It's not even Cecilia. Like, I guarantee it's not even her. She's just like a fucking pawn in the whole thing. But she has to deal with all of it. She's like the public face. That sucks, huh? If that's not Ali Abdelaziz, I don't know who is. Why did we just go into UFC? What the hell? It's like we're either in. I mean, I don't really believe in this whole thingy. Yeah, I mean, I would say us being like right here is reasonable. Or right here. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know where we're at. I don't really care. Here's the inverse Bitcoin chart. Check your bias. Yeah, if I saw this chart, I would probably say it's going to go down a little. Go up that way a little bit, actually. I meant, yeah, I'd probably say probably like, it just depends though. I feel like this is a bit of taken out of context though, because you also have to see the macro structure that align that shaped into this, right? I feel like that's something that we don't do enough because this could be continuation pattern or this could be reversal pattern, but you need to see the context. Banging clip farming thingamajiggy though. Go ahead and MVP. Raps MVP. Oh no, this is not gonna go well, bro. Bro. That stuff. Jeez Louise. I like that. I think that's reasonable. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gonna shine in me until my heart's smoking and then beat me. Holy shit. Oh, Jesus. What conviction. Wow, look at that. Proved it's him and everything. That's cool. That's badass. Good for this guy. That's fucking awesome. Bro, sign up to under my affiliate link to Bybit. What a call. Good for him. Very nice. Or, or she. Or her, I meant. When was this? 11/24. This is getting weird, isn't it? The whole insider wealth thing. Bro was cracked for a little bit there. Now, not looking good. Sheesh. Sheesh. I'm a boy. See you, Strafe. Hated it, love it. The underdogs on top. I fucking told y'all. You just got to understand the way that these liquidity flows work, especially with golden Fibonacci zone structure. Drop the golden zone, come back down to the open point right here. Look at that. Look at that little move. Back test straight down to the. There was literally a piece of me that was like, I'm going to short this on live stream. I was like, I don't feel like it. I kind of wish I would have. It's not big enough to make a difference. I'd have had to open like 100x. I'm not dealing with that. I don't feel like it. Jason, congrats. You're an old fart just like me. I love my old farts. Been playing crypto when I hold. Can't even handle it. One sell, then pump. Now hold in. Like, what the fuck? Dude, just fucking hold it and leave it alone then. And stop doing crazy shit. Leave it. Just stop. The crash is going to create so many Michael Burries. I'm sorry. Have you got your box of nickels yet? What does that mean, brother? Send them daggers and forget 3 years, brother. Is it worth buying crypto now? Sure, why not? Shut up. Did for fucking hands. Every Bitcoin correction was called a crash. Every crash was a buying opportunity of a lifetime. Zoom out. Hell yeah. Even the insiders losing now, right? Crazy. Absolutely insane. Jit. Okay. Let's go down here. What the hell? That is not what I meant to. God damn it. God damn it again. There we go. He has a speech going on right now. This isn't the first time we've seen big dumps in the beginning of a post-halving November before probably ripping higher. Yeah, that's true. My 50K is now 34K. Yes. I mean, I'm at the point where it's like, bro, if y'all are just going to get in and get out and go all in whenever it's good and then get complete. Bro, if you're going to buy a lot when things are good and sell whenever things are bad, it's like, just go buy, just go do something else. Like, crypto's not for you. I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to get on your ass, Adam, but it's one of those things where it's like, yo, buying the highs and selling the lows is not the way you win in anything ever. So it's like, if you can't accept that, crypto's not for you, go do something else. I don't think it entirely is that important. It's obvious that the negative sentiment is coming from a newer generation of crypto holders. No offense, but they haven't been around long enough to see. Yeah, they haven't seen that real shit. My thing is like, bro, like, most crypto holders haven't seen that real crypto struggle before. You think today's bad? Pooh, it gets way worse, brother. Send them daggers then in 3 years, forget. Sold my ETH yesterday at 35, left with 105. Yeah, that's still good, though. That's what I'm saying, Ricardo. You get it. 250K worth of nickels? Wait, why? I guess because, wait, no, I don't understand. He could be right, yeah. No, Adam, don't apologize. I'm just saying, bro, you gotta change your mindset, homie. You still on that? Hell yeah, I still got it. Yep, that'd be nice. Bro got moldy broccoli on his profile picture. Yeah, it's gonna. Why don't you just buy a little bit at a time, like $30 at a time? Maybe this will be the first cycle with no alt season. It could be, because this is the first institution cycle. Hell yeah, Jason. As a send him Dagestan 3 year, brother, make him forget. Last year I was up 20K, now I'm down 3K. You live and you learn. Exactly. Take a little profit off the table next time, and we'll be all good. Let's keep scrolling on Twitter. Y'all still call it Twitter? What the hell, Leon? Y'all still call it Twitter, or do y'all call it X? Oh, by the way, Amanda Nunes is gonna punch a fucking hole in Kayla Harrison, and that's sad because I actually really like Kayla Harrison. All right, we're into fucking UFC shit again. Let's go to some new. Buying 50 Bitcoin at 101K. That's bullshit. How much is that? I mean, 5 milli vanilla. He probably could afford that, to be fair. Oh god. Oh, that hurts. Ew. Ew. There's no way bro got bread like that. You like Andrew Tate. I don't mind Andrew Tate, no. When is that? Is that this weekend? No, that's next weekend. Didn't bro have like $100 million at one point? Hey, y'all been seeing Tom Crown on James Wynn's head, dude? Like bad. Bad, bad, bad. He's been on his ass. Oh shit. Hey, did y'all see this white whale situation? Y'all see this white whale situation where he got the money from XC? Damn. Damn. My word. What was bro doing? Like, what the hell was bro doing? Yeah, yeah, that guy. That was crazy, that white whale guy, yeah. Damn. Wait. What happened here? Oh. Fuck. That's what. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. That makes sense. My word. Jeez, poor guy. I mean, not really poor guy. He did it to himself, but jeez, you gotta feel for him, right? Who is Crypto Jamie? Who be Crypto Jamie? Yeah, that doesn't look good, does it? That's funny. You know, it's one of the interesting things about like traders on X and stuff because it's like, bros, like we're about to have 3 months of up only, all dips in a bull runner for buying. We're going higher, and then this. It's like, but what about this? What the hell on, bro? Anyway, how's my post looking? Am I getting cooked still? About time. I scheduled this shit to go out like 2 hours ago. There we go. I think it glitched and posted it twice. How do I get that? How do I get that thing to pop up? You know that thing up here where it says there we go. I sold all my crypto today. I've been in crypto for 7 years, and this is not the worst. This is the worst sentiment that I've seen. That means you shut your mouth and don't tweet senseless things. Oh, jeez. Sorry, bro. My bad, bro. Looking ass. All right, let's see. Cause I can't stop myself from looking at others and you. Watch out, I've seen that type before. That girl is so dangerous. Damn. It's about the 1 week. Whoa. Average on the 1 week is now in the week zone, about 24 hour. Wow. Average is going to get pushed into oversold. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Open interest is still so goddamn high, bro. I mean, it's coming down a little bit, but my word, it's so high. It's because people are reversing on it. No, I'm not saying that the market's worse. I'm just saying the sentiment's worse. Like people, when FTX and stuff happened, everyone was like, "Holy shit!" Like it was more surprising. Like fuck that guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. This is more like I hate crypto and everyone in it sort of sentiment right now. Damn, look at this. She got them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, The whole club was looking at her. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, shawty got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. She turned around and gave that big booty a smack. Hey, she hit the flow. What the fuck was that? Next thing you know, shawty got low. Hey, shawty, she was worth the money. Huh. Huh. What a run, dude. What a run. What a run. Wow, look at that. Boom. And I would assume microzone confluence. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. Fuck, dude. If I was on 5-minute charts at this time, like it would have been It'd have been hard not to open up a short trade. And I mean, I'm full of shit because I haven't shorted in a long time, but still, bro. Like, return, golden zone confluence, capitulation, break through the trend. Fuck. What a run. Breakdown target would be green line too. Would have got spooky right here, but would have came down to it. Jeez. Micro trade 50x, 100% gain on that. Ooh, that would have been badass. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, fresh, so straight facts, no fiction. Let's see. Hey, go follow me on Instagram. I'm almost at 1 million followers. We're about to hit 1 million today. Go follow me, bro. Huh? She hit the flow. Next thing you know, Shotty got. Holy shit. What are they targeting for ETH? What's the reason? Let's see if we can figure this out. Just push through that little wave there. God. Yo, this is crazy. Look at that lean, bro. She wouldn't stop, made it pop, parking in the parking lot. I think I'm down like 140 grand. She got them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, The whole club was looking at her. She hit the flow. Last thing you know, shawty got low. Here's a day, she was worth the money. We're not gonna take it. Oh no, we ain't gonna take it. That is a fucking candle. Oh goodness. We're not gonna take it anymore. You know how bad I just want to open up like a big long trade and a big short trade, both on 100x, and just say fuck it, let's just see what happens. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's getting ugly. The whole fund? No, I wouldn't do that. Yo, look at this. Look at this candle. Ooh, we're capitulating. Singing because he was nervous. Shaka, you must be fucking new here. I don't feel anything anymore. Dun, 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 dun. Literally. Oh shit. Wow, is that real news? Whoa. Banga. Salmon, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe so. I don't really trade that much these days anymore. I used to trade so much last year, but then last December I basically stopped trading almost completely just because I was like, fuck this. I know what a high manipulation zone looks like. I called the high manipulation zone. Mm, I don't remember when it was. Somewhere around here. I was like, yo, this shit's so manipulated. And I was like, I ain't trading in this. And I really just stopped. Pirates never. My bad. Okay. Panic everyone, sell, so then we can go. That's what I'm saying, bro. Just sell. Stop it. Get some help. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's have a night. Sing it with me. You won't remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Ooh, whoa. What is this? What the fuck? I don't understand. Whatever. Wasted memories will be okay. Can you do technical instead of singing? No. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Hello, fishy, fishy, fishy. How you doing? That's what I'm saying. If you're selling right now, it's like, welcome to crypto, brother. Welcome to crypto. I'm the emperor of crypto. I crash crypto just to let people know I'm the emperor. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, from Edinburgh. I like Edinburgh. Yeah, I bought some earlier. I bought some Bitcoin at 101, 33, and I'm probably going to do another round in a second here. No crying in the casino. It's the dragon. Hey, fuck it. Who cares? Because my thing is, it's never really mine, bro. Like when I'm up, when I'm down, it's not really mine. One thing I will also say is I don't get tied to the amount that I was up. So, like, when my portfolio, say for example, random number, $1 billion. If my crypto portfolio was up at a total of $1 billion up here, and I only put in 1 million, 1 million right here, it's at $1 billion right here, and then my bag goes down to 600 million right here. I'm still just happy that I have a $600 million portfolio from a $1 million portfolio. I don't care that I'm down from where I was. It doesn't bother me because I had no intentions of selling it anyway. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm really just chilling. Like I'm almost always just chilling in moments like this because to me it's kind of just like, what are you gonna do? Like, I just don't really, I don't really care that much. It's like, yeah, cool. Like I'm still up. You know what I mean? My average cost on Bitcoin is $33,000, $36,000. Like at the end of the day, I'm just chilling. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. If we go below 33K, then I'll be pissed. But yeah, who cares? But it's different again because I'm in profit. It's not how. It's not. That's not the situation everyone's in. We are approaching the lowest RSI. Wow. Wow. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Timber. Spin your body round and round into the night. It's going down. One more shot, one more round into the night. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's have a night. You won't remember. Every time Bitcoin's 4-hour RSI gets to this level, we almost always bottom. super high hit rate, at least in some capacity. I'm just going to open up a 100x leverage long trade on Bitcoin. I guess except for the start of the bear market. Boom. 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 Huh. We're close. We're getting close to like where the 4-hour RSI will usually try to bottom. Spin your body round and round into the night is going down. Oh, they're about to get cranked, dude. Like Soldier Boy, cuh. So let's just see the market just fall to 90. It's like Bitcoin just needs to fall to 95K and get this shit over with. It's like just smash them all the way back up to $1 million. 30. Spin your body round and round into the night is going down. What the fuck? When was this? It's okay, Luke. I love them. He was blatantly unconscious, whatever. Wait, what? I said I'm selling most of my spot, all my risky plays, publicly closed all my leverage longs, and took short when I wrote that post on October 18th. Damn, are they beefing? I thought they were on the same team. I thought. They must be homies. Hmm. Yo, how did he do this? Y'all see how he put the pictures in the middle of the. Hmm. Do do dun 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 dun. Spin your body round and round into the night is going down. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Jesus, dude. Yeah, actually, my video tomorrow is going over what I'll do if the bear market starts. Ugh. You're one of those types who predicted. I wonder who you're talking to. All right, boys. My head's starting to hurt real bad. So I'm gonna go take some medicine and I'm gonna go chill for a little bit. But anyway, I'll keep y'all updated if anything important happens. I'm still under the belief that relief, it feels very likely. Like, I don't think we're gonna go much further past. Like, I think at worst we hit like 94, 95. I don't think we go much further past that in this move. And again, while those short traders are still available, while they're still available to the top side, I'm still confident that we will have some sort of relief. We just got to see what happens. So I'll keep y'all updated. I hope y'all had a good stream. I know I've been quiet for the last like 30 minutes now. I just realized, but I mean, we're just hanging out. So appreciate y'all. See y'all in a little bit. Bye bye.